No Film School's coverage of NAB is brought to you by Blackmagic Design, amazing solutions for film, post-production, and television. My Road Reel, the world's largest short film competition, is back. Shutterstock, your source for stunning HD and 4K footage, plus high-quality music.
I'm Ryan with No Film School, and we are here with Timur, who is not with Red, but Red does not do on-camera interviews, which is an interesting choice for a camera company. But we wanted to talk to Timur, who's a very experienced director of photography, longtime Red shooter, about what is new at the Red booth and how that impacts filmmakers. So Timur, you've been around the booth here. What have you seen that's new?
Well, we know that the weapon has been out for a little while now, and it seems like a lot of the new products that are available now are more refinements to the existing system. There's a new side handle, DSMC2 side handle. It's much smaller, looks much more ergonomic.
This is the first new handle they've ever had, right? It's been the original one for all.
They had the original side handle that held a battery and had a little LCD screen on it. They've done away with the battery case. They've done away with the LCD screen. So it's literally like a small outrigger. It's a nice little small tight handle you can grip, but you still get the thumb wheel and the click control with a couple of user assignable buttons. It's lighter and smaller and will probably make it a lot more comfortable because the original side handle wasn't that comfortable to hold. They also have a new backplate for V-lock. It's not a major improvement, but it's more of a convenience thing. It sits tighter, it's a little thinner, it's more compact in general. That's quite nice. Another great thing they have is it's a Jetpack 2, which has an Sdi Expansion port built in, so without having to go with a full-size expansion module, they have this small, thin portion that attaches to the back of the camera, which can then be stacked with other Red modules, and you can have an SDI out and a series of LEMO power distribution cables.
So there are no new cameras. I do notice that they have some signage at the booth that makes it a little clearer what the progression of the camera's in, because they have a clear resolution bump from each camera to the next. Can you tell? I myself, as a Red shooter and former Red owner, am confused by the lineup of the cameras. So can you clarify sort of what the lineup is looking like here at the booth?
Sure. At the top, you have the 8K weapon, the full-size, full-power version, has every feature, VistaVision sensor, 8K resolution. Immediately below that is the standard Dragon 6K sensor that we have now in the older Epic style camera. But it has, more features. It does more. You get a ProRes recording. A new feature they added is DNx HD recording on camera. Then you step down to the Scarlet Weapon, which initially was their entry-level camera, but now has kind of moved up to a lower mid-range. It's sort of not quite entry, but not quite mid-range yet. So it's they sort of shifted up the 6K and shifted down the Scarlet, which is 5K now. And then at the entry level, you have the Raven, which is a 4.5K Dragon sensor. It's their lowest cost camera, easiest to get into, still has weapon ecosystem capabilities, so you can still attach all those modules and parts to it. It's just not as high powered as the rest, and it's great for everyday shooters that want to work with RAW and the Red workflow.
So you also saw something interesting in the booth here that is not made by Red, but it's a lens accessory. What did you see?
Yeah, it's called the Latitude. It's a third-party but an affiliate product. It bolts directly into the side of the weapon camera, and what it essentially does is it's almost like a separate computer. It communicates with the EF mount and gives you full focus control with a standard follow focus system, but it gives you completely smooth focus control and iris. It's repeatable, it has stops, it basically turns an L series, any of the zooms, any of the primes, any of the Canon line into a fully mechanical, essentially in a mechanical lens, which is going to be a really big step for a lot of people at the entry level who can't step up to PL glass, but now they're going to have the control. So I think that's going to be a very interesting product, and it's under $1,000, I think. It's not that expensive. Essentially, they're making their entire ecosystem comfortable, I guess you could say. By bringing in the third party, you have smaller details can now be figured out by someone else. It's not something that Red has to put all their effort into. So things like the Latitude, where it was something that they we're thinking about making, but the R&D alone is huge. So now they can allow someone else to come in and create a product that fills the gaps. So overall, it seems like the cameras are becoming much more usable in a normal film environment where people are used to other systems, Alexas and F55s and all that, where the standards that we're used to, well, they're all available now and not incredibly expensive either. So it all kind of comes together and it's all gelling into a more cohesive, standard film-friendly format.